Alright, so I'm making this video because I am sick and tired of Kevin Holland in the UFC. I want him cut. I want him removed. I don't want to see Kevin Holland ever fight again. I am sick and tired of this guy's attitude. Like, I know his whole attitude is supposed to, like, piss people off because he's, like, that cocky, arrogant fighter. But Kevin Holland legit just doesn't want to fight anymore. So I think we should just cut him, like, as a community. Get him out, you know? And I'm gonna preface this, alright? So I used to be a Kevin Holland fan when he showed up on short notice against Hamzat Shemaev. I thought that was really respectable, and I thought even when he lost, it's like okay, you still fought the most dangerous guy in the division at the time, short notice. You know, I think it was catchweight too because Hamzat Shemaev can't make 170. But regardless, I still think it was respectable. You know, you got to give credit to the guy for showing up at short notice. That was like a gangster move, as he would say. But him doing the stand up thing with Wonder Boy was just stupid. At the time, it was like, okay, good on you. And I'm so sick and tired of everyone being like, oh, but he broke his hand. He would have won if his hand wasn't broke. Oh, well, it was just a stand up fight. I don't know what fight everyone was watching, but Kevin Holland would intentionally clinch up with Wonder Boy all the time. And then he would just stand up or he'd back off and like, oh no, we're not gonna do this. Then why did you initiate it? Like it doesn't make sense, you know? And I know there's like clinching and boxing and everything like that, but if you're gonna stand with Wonder Boy, then stand with Wonder Boy. Don't thread a takedown and then be like, oh, we're not wrestling. Well, in his mind, he's like, oh, at any point, this guy could just be a rat and then just shoot another takedown. You know what I mean? That's a different game.
Later on in the
And this is
fight,
what I
whenever
mean.
I started to really throw those liver kicks in,
Oh, would you look
started
at
to
that? A
eliminate.
takedown. That's crazy. And then at the beginning of
He told
this,
me in the first round, he's like, hey,
oh wow, clinching. Guess who's pushing someone against the cage? Kevin Holland.
I'm taking you down.
Wow.
I'm like, all right, man.
It's crazy to me that like this is when he got taken down by Hamzat. But it's literally like crazy to me that it's like, yeah, if you're in a fight and your hand breaks, keep fighting. You know, Dan Hooker did that against Jalen Turner, and Jalen Turner is a freak at lightweight. So if he can do it, why can't you? Like, oh wow, a takedown, and then you stand up. But now he has to think, oh, well, he could just take me down, you know? And if you wanted to win, you would have just done a grappling match, but your ego was like too high to be like, nah, I can stand with Wonder Boy. And then you lost to a 40-year-old man. You know? Call it what it is. And then I think this was before the JDM fight. So this is before the JDM fight.
Not being active at this point in time.
Hold on.
What are your thoughts on kind of the belt not being active at this point in time at 170?
You know, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not really the guy looking for a belt. I'm just looking to stay active, and I'm looking to fight anybody and everybody. If guys are fighting for a title, they're no longer in my vision anymore. My glasses can't see them.
Why are you not focused?
Like, what are we doing? Why are you in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, if you're not trying to be the ultimate fighter winning the championship? Like, you just scream, go to Bellator or PFL. Like, why? Why would you ever... This is like a hockey player or a basketball player just being like, eh, I just I just play for a paycheck, to be honest. Like, that's literally what he's just saying.
Focused on the belt? Like, why is that something that doesn't?
Why are you guys so focused on the fucking belt all the time? Like,
And how sensitive is he? Like, look at him, man. He literally looks like he's about to cry because of... he looks like he's about to cry because he was asked a fucking question. Hey, you're in the Ultimate Fighting Championship League. So, who do you think is gonna get the next belt? Huh, why Why are you guys obsessed with this belt thing? It's not like that's what the UFC is, you fucking moron. Like, oh, it's so painfully dumb. And then he just continues to like shut down the reporter. But then he loses to JDM in a boring decision. I don't care if you thought that was a split decision or you thought Kevin won a round. He didn't. He literally won, or he lost 30-27, like clearly. It wasn't even fucking close, right? And that was his JDM one. I see a lot of people saying his Ponzinibbio was a good win, which I guess it was an okay win with the KO, but Ponzinibbio, I guess, just has no fucking chin, and that's what we learned in that fight. Chiesa works at an office desk, and here's the thing. After the Wonderboy fight, so after he lost to Wonderboy, I was of the mindset like, okay, if Kevin Holland tries, he's probably top 5 welterweight if he can stand with Wonderboy and not get KO'd in a way. You know what I mean? Like he was technically TKO'd corner stoppage sort of thing, but he can hang with the best in the division for striking. It was just like a grappling thing. But he has no good wins. There's not a single good win on his fucking record. Like if we go all the way back, he's been around for a while too. Holy shit. Like bunch of no names. Thiago Santos he loses to, and Thiago Santos, my opinion, isn't that great. You know, my personal opinion, he's not that great. But even losing to Thiago Santos, that's an unranked opponent. Okay, but that was, that was, what would that be, 6 years ago? Okay, all right. John Phillips, who? Gerald Meerschaert. The guy got chinned in like what 10 seconds by fucking Hamzat. Okay, congrats. You got a split decision against him. This guy, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, loses to Brendan Allen, which at the time, Brendan Allen was kind of shit. Brendan Allen only recently is like looking good and consistent. This loss, okay, you beat an inconsistent young contender. Anthony Hernandez is a pretty decent win. Joaquin Buckley has aged a little better. And then we got No Name. No Name. No Name. Wow, you lost to Derek fucking Brunson 2 years ago. Another 40-year-old man. Maybe age just counters Kevin Holland, to be honest. That might be it. If you're 5 years older than Kevin Holland, you just win, I think. And then you have Marvin Vittori, which that aged like old spoiled milk. Marvin Vittori is genuinely one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in the octagon. I don't know if it's IQ or skill set. It could just be both. And then Dawkins, a no contest. And then wow, you beat Alex Oliveira, and this is the first time you beat someone almost the age 40. Congrats. You beat that fucking old man loss streak. And then you lost to Hamzat, which was like your first step in competition. And then you lose to Steven Thompson, another old man. And then congrats, you beat two no names again. Like, we don't need two Neil Magnies, and you're just a younger version of him. Like, what are we doing with this guy? I don't know how much he's getting paid, but this guy should get paid like 2020 or 1010, whatever like the lowest amount is. He's shit. He's also a horrible draw. To be honest, when I hear, oh, Kevin Hollins fighting on that card, oh fuck, here we go again. I'm not like, oh, JDM's fighting on that card. Okay, someone's getting knocked out. MVP's fighting on that card. Okay, that fight's gonna be sick. You know what I mean? And like, to be honest, if you picked Kevin Holland to beat Michael Venom Page, you either don't know anything about Michael Venom Page or you just hate Bellator and you don't like the fact that there's a Bellator fighter going to UFC. Like Michael Venom Page, it was it was number one like a mismatch of styles, but it's number two like Michael Venom Page is just better than Kevin Holland everywhere in every scenario, you know? And you can even see in Kevin Holland's last fight against MVP, he literally was getting mocked, and it was so satisfying to see that. He was getting mocked by MVP, and then at the end, Kevin Holland decides to try to mock him. You look like a dumbass. You literally look like shit. You looked like shit the whole fight, number one. You didn't do anything the whole fight, number two, except for clinch, which is exactly what I thought he was going to do because Kevin Holland's a fucking bum. And whenever he fights someone he can't compete with, he just holds on to them for dear life. Get him out of here. Or, the only way I think it's viable to keep Kevin Holland, has he ever gone on a 3-loss streak? No. It's always like 2 and then wins. 1 and then wins. Fucking. I really hope we see Kevin Holland cut. I want him to fight. Now, I know he's Canadian, but give him like Mike Malott. If Mike Malott can't beat Kevin Holland, Canada's just like done for. But outside of Mike Malott, whew, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me see, what are the rankings actually? I can't even remember. Like, where's Kevin Holland in the rankings? Where the fuck is he? Oh, he's 14th. He's almost unranked, actually. I don't know how Michael Chiesa is even ranked. What the fuck? Give him... Luke's got to fight. Give him Jeff Neal. Give him Jeff Neal. And let Jeff Neal get a win. And then cut Kevin Holland permanently. Get him out permanently. He doesn't need to ever exist. And I know Jeff Neal's coming off not a great performance, but I think that was more or less ring rust. And I think if he fights Kevin Holland and Kevin Holland shows up on like a 2-week notice or something, he smokes him. You know? Just get him out of here. There's literally no reason to give him anybody else outside the rankings, unless you want to give Mike Malott a second chance of being ranked. But he needs to be cut. Like, he's not entertaining. He's a clown. He's cringe. He doesn't care to fight. He doesn't want to be a champion. He gets triggered when you even mention anything to do with the belt in his own fucking division. Why do we have this guy? He provides nothing. You could take the worst woman's bantamweight, and they'll say, yeah, my dream is to one day be champion. You could take the worst bottom of the barrel, like Daniel Lacerda, and he would want to be champion. He would say, yeah, I'm fighting to become champion. This guy fights for a paycheck. And I know it's like UFC, and that might be your goal, to just make money in the UFC. But, like, why do we have him? Get him out. Like, I want to see motivated fucking competition between two chiseled men. I don't want to see this guy who bounces between 185 and 170 barely holding on to his ranking, getting smoked by anyone. Like, I thought he was good, but I just don't think he actually is, you know? It's like a Cheeto Vera situation where if it wasn't for his chin, he would be cut. Like, it's insane to me. The level of, like, unmotivation he is to fight. At all. And I remember there was one instance where he was asked a question about why he has, like, will be future king or something like that on his Instagram bio. And he literally responded with, let me change that real quick. Like, get the fuck out of here. We don't need you, man. Neil Magny exists. Maybe when he's 45 and retires, then you can come back. For now, go to Bellator. You know? That'd be ironic if he actually does end up in Bellator, because that's, Bellator's fighter beat him, and then he... But yeah, you know? But anyways, yeah, I just needed to get that off my chest. I'm so sick of Kevin Holland. You know, I was a fan, but it's gotten to the point where it's just, shut up, go home. You're literally like someone on Reddit, and that's pretty much it. That's all you are. Like, you're a joke. Clown. You know? You should show up with O'Malley's fucking hairstyle to every press conference, because that's all he is. Just a fucking walking clown. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I got.